It's Sub Sunday at the Register for Dinner house, and you know what that means? That means a classic meatball sub. I'm Sebastian Register, and this is Register for Dinner, so stay tuned. If you're a sub lover like me and you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below and hit that little notification bell, and welcome to the RFD gang. Now let's make some subs. Step one in making your meatball subs is making the meatballs. So I have here, I have a pound of 80-20 ground beef and a pound of pork. To that, I'm gonna add 2 eggs, yolk and whites. I have half a cup of some breadcrumbs, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, a good pinch of salt, few cranks of some freshly ground black pepper, 3 cloves of minced garlic, and some chopped parsley. Now it's time to get down and dirty and start mixing this all up. So moving on, I've got my ice cream scoop and it's time to get started forming your meatballs. So you're gonna go ahead and get a good bunch, roll them into a perfect little ball as you can see, and place them onto a plate. Now that you got your perfect little balls of meat, it's time to give these guys a nice little sear. So I have over here on my induction burger a nice pan set on medium-high heat. Now I'm gonna go ahead and oil it with a little bit of olive oil. And don't overcrowd the pan, but just place a couple of these bad boys around the edges. So I'm gonna let these go for, honestly, about a minute or so on each side, and then just start turning them. Now that you got your meatballs seared on all sides, go ahead and transfer them over to a sheet pan so they can finish cooking in the oven. Now that your meatballs have been seared, it's time to place them in your oven set at 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. While your meatballs are in the oven cooking, it's time to get started with your very simple but so delicious marinara sauce. So in this bowl, I have a 20-ounce can of whole San Marzano tomatoes. Now those are the best tomatoes in my opinion for making a really good tomato sauce or marinara sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hands, yes, again, you're gonna get down and dirty, and you're gonna crush up these tomatoes until they're nice and pulverized, and you almost have like a nice sauce-based consistency on its own. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and oil up my saucepan with a little bit of olive oil. And then again, I have 3 cloves of minced garlic. And then I'm also gonna add half of a yellow onion. And you're gonna cook these just until they're nice and translucent. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and add in our tomatoes. Turn down your heat to just a nice low simmer. Give this a good mix. And it's time to add the rest of your spices. I have 1 teaspoon of both oregano and garlic powder and half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, because you know me and my spice. And then I have about 5 large leaves of basil that I went ahead and julienned. A pretty good pinch of salt, maybe 1 more just for good luck, and a couple cranks of some freshly ground black pepper. Give it a good mix. Oh man, smells really good. And we're gonna wanna cover it and simmer it for about 20-25 minutes, but honestly, the longer the better. And now it's time for assembly. So I'm gonna take my meatballs, give them a nice little bath in the tomato sauce, and start placing them. All right, that looks good. Finish it off with just a little additional marinara, and finish it off with some fresh slices of mozzarella. And then we're going to place this in the oven on broil just to melt the cheese on top until it gets nice and bubbly and brown. We're going to finish it off with just a little, very little sprinkle of freshly chopped parsley. Not too much greens, but just to make mom happy. Now that is a meatball sub. Now you know this wouldn't be the proper episode of Register for Dinner without getting that crunch factor, so let's dig in. And I'm about to get 3rd-degree burns. This is amazing. The cheese is so creamy, marinara sauce is on point, nice acidity from the San Marzano tomatoes, And guys, these are honestly the best meatballs I ever made in my entire life. But just like that, we're done with another episode of Register for Dinner, and I'm your host, Sebastian Register. And if you enjoyed today's video, can't wait for us to make something else, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, comment below, and subscribe. But until next time, stay hungry, my friends. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff my face.